Hi guys. I know it's a little early to start Halloween kind of tutorials, but I don't know, maybe it's because everyone's getting like their Halloween stuff out. I've just been in like the mood to do like Halloween kind of makeup, and one of the ones that I have on my list and I've had on my list for a while to do was Poison Ivy. So if you can't tell, that's what the look I'm doing today. This is my first time attempting to do kind of like a voiceover tutorial, so I'm going to try to edit it doing that. No idea how that's going to turn out. But yeah, so this is the complete look. I think it's pretty freaking badass, and it's kind of like not the look that you have to get like crazy things and glue it to your face. It's just kind of like an easy kind of Poison Ivy look. And the only green shirt I actually own is a Mountain Dew one, so that's the only one I'm wearing. But yeah, if you want to see this tutorial, then stay tuned. Bye.
Okay, so first off, I'm taking my eyeshadow primer. This is the NYX one, and I'm putting it all over my lid. And then I am going to be filling in my eyebrows with this cream eyeshadow liner. It's an old L'Oreal Hip one. I'm just filling it in to kind of add more of like a green tint to my eyebrows, and so the shadow will stick. I'm going to be using the green shadows from the Coastal Scents 88 palette with an angled brush. And I'm just going to start using the darker ones on the bottom and filling in my brows. There's no real shape to it. I'm just kind of going with my natural brow shape and kind of adding a little bit more of like a feminine kind of look to it, but it doesn't really matter because of what we're going to be doing to it later. It's really going to kind of take away from the shape of it. So I'm just putting the darkest color for right now, the darkest green, in my brows. And then I'm going to bring it down a little bit past where they end and bring it also a little bit more forward from where it starts. And now I'm going to be taking the same angled brush and the lighter shades, and I'm going to start doing the vines or leaves, whatever you want to call it. This is the easier method rather than gluing stuff to your face. I'm just kind of, there's no real method to it, just kind of flicking the brush up and doing little lines, some connected to each other, some disconnected from each other, with one shade for right now, just to kind of get the base shape. I'm doing a couple in one direction, a couple in another direction, just so it kind of follows my eyebrow shape. The one in front, actually I had the most difficulty with. I was trying to figure out what way to make it go. I finally decided on making it go kind of towards the other ones. Now I am taking a lighter shade and just kind of going off the tops of them to kind of make it look like faded, a little bit more, not realistic, but like more depth to it, I guess. I'm adding a little bit more to the front, kind of extended the eyebrow just slightly, just so I can have that one up front, because I wasn't really kind of happy with how it was flowing. So I'm just going to put that one right up there, and then I'm adding little kind of, little branches, little veins, leaves, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so now I am taking a kind of more of a brighter green, and I'm just filling in my eyebrows with it to kind of like make it a little bit more like, have a little bit more depth to it. It's kind of like a chartreuse green, I guess. It's not really like a neon green or anything like that. So that's what I'm doing right now. And I do it to both eyes. And now it's time for the eyeshadow. I'm priming my lids with a dark green. This is a NYX pencil that I had depotted. I forgot what it's called. I think it's called a forest green or something like that. And I'm putting that all over my lid. Not bringing it past the crease though. And now I'm taking a bright green from the, I forgot what that one's called, I Dream of Greeny palette. And I mixed the lightest, the bottom green and the crease green together, and I'm filling up about three quarters, half of my eye with that. Now I'm going to be taking the second to the darkest green on the Coastal Scents palette, and I'm going to pat that on the rest of my lid. And just kind of bring it into the crease and kind of just smudge it around. Doesn't really have to be perfect, just going to go in and fix it later. Now I'm going to be taking the dark green from, I think it's the Cool as a Cucumber palette, and I'm popping that right into my crease and bringing that in to where the matte green from the Coastal Scents palette is. And it just kind of fixes it. Now I'm using a crease brush, this is an e.l.f. one, and I'm taking the darkest brown and the black and kind of like the second to the darkest brown, and I'm bringing that into my crease to darken it up and kind of add a little bit of color difference. And I'm just kind of smoking it out a little bit, not bringing it in too deep into the crease, but just kind of using it to darken it up. And it also kind of fixes any of the mistakes that you made with the other two greens. Now I'm taking the blending part of that and just kind of using that to blend it out. Now I'm taking a highlighter brush using the lightest green and highlighting my brow bone. I'm also mixing it with a matte color that's closer to my skin tone, so it's not completely green, and using that as a highlight. And kind of smearing it all over, bringing it into my inner corner and bring it down. Now I'm using a white eyeliner, and I'm smudging that underneath. I'm not using green, I'm using white, because you'll see I want it to be a little bit lighter than the actual lid colors. Now I'm smudging it with my finger. You can use a brush. I'm just using my finger this time myself. Now I'm taking the same brush and mixing the two colors together again and smudging it really, really good underneath my eyebrows, underneath my eyes. And like kind of pulling it down some and then bringing it up towards where the brown is and past the brown using the top of it, which this brush is awesome for that. It's a Rite Aid shader brush, to kind of blend it out, wipe off the color, grab the highlighter green and put it underneath so it kind of fades out, and it also acts as a cheek highlight. It looks really, really pretty when it kind of meshes with the blush that I'm going to be doing later. Just going to keep bringing it out until you get it the way you like it. I was being kind of picky and trying to mash up both sides. Now I'm taking a clean brush and just kind of blending it down. This helps blend it so it doesn't really look kind of like a stark lime. Has no mascara. I had taken my two favorite ones and I already did it. I did it off camera. And now I'm going to be doing blush. For the blush, I'm going to be taking this red, matte red, and this kind of shimmery orange, and I'm going to be mixing them together. I am taking the fluffy brush that I used before with the green on it, and just kind of rolling my brush in it. And then I'm going to be rolling it into the orange to kind of get this nice little mixture, and I'm popping that right, kind of like where like you would dramatically contour. And I'm placing that closest to kind of like my hairline, I'm going to blend it out a little bit later. And it really kind of gives that like ivy kind of like look. I actually got this idea right here from Julia, Miss JBM22. She did her Poison Ivy thing, and so I figured I would credit her for this because I actually got this idea from her. And I'm just kind of blending it out together and just kind of softening it up. I'm using the red again, just straight red, to kind of make the line a little bit more, like the back a little bit more redder so it fades out nicely. Doing the same with the orange and just kind of helping blending it out more. And now just to kind of blend it all together, I'm taking this very sheer coral color and just going to kind of blend it and kind of pounce it up on top of my cheeks to kind of actually do a real blush. And it helps blend the green too, and then bring it right into the other blush just to kind of make it all kind of seem like perfect, I guess. I don't know. I just like the way it turned out. And now for my lips, I'm going to be taking two Just Kissable lip balms, the darkest red color in Adore, and then the smaller one and the lighter one in Romantic. I'm putting Adore on my lips first, and just kind of smudging it in there and getting it, using it as more so of a lip liner. I didn't really want like a crazy red lip. I kind of wanted it to look a little bit more natural because everything else is so much crazy. And now I'm putting Romantic on top. But I did want her to have red lips because that's like Ivy has like the venomous lips, and I wanted it to be like, oh, like kind of like the kissable lips, but I didn't want it to be crazy red. And that's it. So that's my complete Poison Ivy look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I was just kind of fiddling around with it. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.